within the home. This time we focus on the husband and the wife, the daddies and the mommies. So we want to look at what are the likely sources of conflicts within the home. Because if there's no conflict, I don't think there'll be need for separation or divorce. If there's no conflict or unresolved challenges, everyone will be able to grow together and live joyfully together. So you're welcome to Nisinuga Reflections. So we'll quickly look at some of the likely causes. The first one we look at is empathy. Empathy is that phase of life, that emotive ability to be able to consider your partner or your spouse or the other person in the light of the situation. You don't say, if I were you, you can't be me and I can't be you. So the point is this: your spouse is explaining a situation or circumstance to you. Before you make any judgment, before I make any judgment, that be credible. At least I need to know what are the whys and the hows. Why did you do this thing? Why did you allow this thing? How did this come to pass? How did it happen? Allow your spouse to explain. And as he or she is explaining, try to visualize the situation. Try to form the image in your mind. Try to flow along and try to put yourself in your partner's shoe, that if you were in that situation at that particular point in time, how would you have done it? Would you have done it better? And if you have done it better, then the point is you suggest to the person, well, in case of another time, why couldn't you have done it like this, like this? And the person will have explained to you, well, I thought about that. However, situation did not permit all those suggestions you are making. In that case, what do? You give your spouse what is called benefits of the doubt. So if there is a lack of empathy within the home, there can be great conflict, great problem. Because the person will say, can't you feel what I'm feeling? Don't you understand? Especially here in Nigeria, when you are in traffic. In some place, you can be in traffic for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, even 3 hours, just inching along the road. And your spouse gets home and tells you, excuse me, darling, this is what happened, this is why I'm late. Sorry, I'm a bit under the weather, so I have to. All right then. So what do? You empathize appropriately and even sympathize where need be. Because what happens to your spouse today may happen to you tomorrow. Events happen cyclically in life. So, but if the tide now turns, it's now you and your partner now behaves, share your own way of life and play you back, you feel offended. No, you're not supposed to feel offended. So number 2 is lack of effective communication. I believe you know that communication is key. And effective communication just different from communication. You are talking to me, I'm talking to you. We are discussing, we are sharing ideas, we are sharing information. But for the information to be effective, both of you have to be on the same page. I have to be sure I already know exactly what you're talking about, at least more than 50%. So in that case, when we are discussing communicating, if you don't understand what I am saying, you are obliged to ask for clarification, to give me a feedback. Say, okay, if I get you right, is this what you're saying? Is it what you just said, or is this what you are trying to say? Paraphrase it, rephrase it. Then I say, okay, yes, that's exactly what I mean. You just hit the nail on the head. I say, that's not what I mean. No, it's not like that. Then I try to rephrase it, try to find some more suitable words to bring more clarity to your subconscious so that you can understand. You can say the communication is effective. Suppose your spouse asks you, what do I get you for your birthday? I'd just like to get something. Like, say, well, whatever you get, maybe you know the things I like. However, the things you like are many and they are varied. Okay? And sometimes issue of likeness can be relative. What you like very well now, you may not like very well tomorrow. It would have been better if you more specific. Maybe you give your spouse one or two options. Then out of the so many things that you like, he or she went out or went to work and coming back home brought this thing for you. And you now look at it, what is this? Remember I used to like this. Remember I got you this about a year or two back, and you like it so much. Or you may have two or more different colors that you like and just go to one color. You know I already have this color of back, this color of back. You know I already have this make. I will have preferred. So it's better if you have been more specific. And note, you did not say thank you at all. You did not appreciate. And your spouse had made the effort to go to the shopping mall, to go and search for this thing just to please you, to mark your birthday. And after all the effort, all you can say is criticism and rejection. Or you say, she just gave you a call. Hello, darling. What do I get you for dinner? I want to give you a surprise today. You just say, well, you know, the usual, what I like. And he or she scanned the head to go to the mental health drive and say, okay. I went to the kitchen and prepared some, and you go back home and say, okay, the table is ready, dinner is ready, come, you're welcome. And you get to the table and you open and say, what? What is this? And what you like? If I ask you, said, the usual. Isn't this the usual? Huh? No, I don't want. I can't take this. How do you want your spouse to feel? So let that be effective communication. Then inadequate personality adjustment. Remember, when you are courting, we have introvert nature, we have extrovert nature. So you ought to have tried to adjust to this while you are courting. So A likes to talk, like is very expressive, B is not very expressive. But you have to be on the same page, you have to meet somewhere along the line. So he or she that is very expressive, we try to draw out the inexpressive one you meet, because communication is key. Communication is key. So if this is not adjusted very well, you may soon get tired of one another. Say, well, I've been talking to you all much, and you are just saying, it's okay, just one liner. Can't you say something more? Can't you say something better? Can't you be more expressive? No, that's not supposed to happen. So try to work on that as well. The another factor, which is the fourth one now, low frustration tolerance. If one of the partners just like immediate gratification, you don't have tolerance for disappointment, for things not happen according to exactly how it is planned, for not meeting up with the schedule, the way you react, the outburst can be shocking. In that case, what do you want your partner to do? So, like as you know, and as is commonly stated, we are all growing, we are all evolving, we become better and better each day. So if you cannot tolerate the inadequacy, the shortcomings, the weaknesses, the imperfection in your partner, all you want is everything point, everything on point has been said, then there is likely to be a problem. So you have to find a way to be able to manage your frustration when your expectations are not met exactly the way you desire them. Then you should remember that it is important to take note of the inadequacies and the weaknesses of your spouse. The other one is dependency and independency behavior. You grew up differently from different in different environments with different home training and upbringing. If a who can be the husband or the wife was brought up to be an independent individual, you're only given at when as soon as you become a teenager, even as soon as you can design your left from your right. As soon as you can bath for yourself, you can feed yourself, you can do a lot of things by yourself. Your students, your parents start to give you some room to be able to operate by depend upon yourself. Say you should be able to do this. All you want is they give you guidance where and whenever necessary. Even to the point of which school do you attend, which room, which dress do you for your. They just say, okay, go and do window shopping, whatever you say you like. Let's know because we give you the money. You buy. Let are going to do shopping for you, or you all of you go shopping together. It's not they that will select clothes for you. They will say, okay, see the ones you like and pick. They give you the power of choice. When you come to high school, you okay, which high school do you like? You are the one that will collect the form. All they need, they give you the necessary financial support, they give you necessary advice. You want to do exam, they drive you to the exam or give you money for the transport and make sure the guy to make sure you had safe journey to and fro from the place. Then they give you that room to develop yourself to be independent. Then your spouse did not have such a training. Every step, the parents are there. They help to collect the form, help to do this one, take it to this one, take it to this one, take it to this one, help you to this one. They're always on hand to help to assist you, to help you to do most of it. So most of these things you depend on the parents. So in that case, when two of those opposites are now married, the one that is dependent will be expecting the spouse to help to do most of the things that the parent used to do. And the spouse is used to independent behavior. So both of you have to understand this. If this one was not settled in courtship, and by the time you marry, you now say this, then you have to know how to take care of it so that it doesn't become an issue. Then because you don't even care about me, just let me to do it, just let me. No, it's not that. So that is very, very important. Now, oversensitivity to issues and matters, that having strong likes and dislikes, then that one can be also a source of problem. You are too sensitive to what you see, to what you hear, to this. Like if you are a stickler for cleanliness and you just see a drop of water on the floor, you say, why did you mop this? So you didn't mop this. You continue to shout at everybody in the home. Or things like that that you need to have been tolerant about or try to show some empathy. You are too sensitive about it, then it can bring real problems. Then lifestyle issues. You grow up with different lifestyles, your likes and dislikes. You like window shopping, you like picnicking, you like going to the gym, different lifestyle thing. But your partner has the opposite. Then you have to know how to marry your lifestyles. Because if you like going for jogging, going for evening walk, going for picnic, you like outings generally. but your partner is the home type. I say, I want to go to the gym. I don't feel like you can go. But when you go, you leave your partner at home, abi, and you spend about 1 or 2 hours in the. By the time you come back, you go to shower, then you fagged out to a good extent, and tomorrow you still prepare for work. But your spouse is not telling you this is family time you taking on. But if you two are interested in gym, the two of you will be at the gym, or you go for the evening walk, or you jog together, it will be much better. So that's another thing that needs to be looked at. Then if there is financial upset and you have not been mentally prepared for this, it can be a source of problem also in the home. By financial upside, we mean okay, you marry, you started very well. Before you got married, you check to make sure your finances were okay. You could take care of the basic needs and also have some savings. Well, one way or the other, either through, if you're an entrepreneur, the business is not moving as it used to, and the income has now dwindled. So what you used to afford before, you have to cut down on them. Or maybe it's at the place of work, they have challenges with the production, and they have those outside. They say, well, it's either we lay off some staff, or we reduce the allowances or the salary being paid. Then when they have the general staff meeting, the general staff agree that we prefer to have the reduction of the salary, and instead of laying anybody off. At least we still have a place to go to for work for now, and we still have something to come at the end of the day. So the income has now come down. So if the spouse does not show good understanding on this, they can now be nagging or complaining. Well, we used to do this one, we can't do this one again, because let's say you understand, it's just that the finances cannot cope with that. And we don't want to go into the red, we don't want to go about borrowing, but that doesn't concern me. You have to just, so you can imagine what will follow after that. So financial upset may cause the problem, but if the couple already have a good understanding of true love and true understanding and true empathy for one another, no, it's not high. They are just there to cut down the expenses of the family. It's just that what the income dictates for now. So what we need is to show understanding and back. So then we have the third party system or third party phenomenon. That is, if anything happens in the home, maybe you have a very close friend, or a very close family relation, that one of you reports the matter to, hey, see what this is what my husband did, this is what my wife had just done, or when whatever you do, you always carry it to a third party. Then the third party start to intervene in the affairs of the home. Then there will be problem, because the third party is not, the third party does not live with you. Even if the third party happen to be there that come to spend some time with you, it's still your life. So when you go about sharing private information that belongs to the two of you with a third party, it can be a source of problem when tomorrow comes. So whatever happens within you, within the home, keep it to yourself and learn how to manage it properly. Okay. Then what the next thing that may also cause conflict is physical appearance. When you marry, or when you play a game, and by the time you got married, your wife is what is called a figure eight, that streamline physique, and the man had a broad chest with what is generally called flat abdomen, and is really muscular and really good physique. But as time went on, the figure started to put on weight, and the curves and the shapes were becoming saggy. So Then the other partner will say, "What is this? What is this?" Then say, "What is what? Look at you. You are losing shape fast. And if you don't do something about it, then try to show strong dislike for your physique. Then you will say, well, that is my physiology, is my genetics. So they're not talking about it, but they're not talking about, but better go and be gymming, better go and be dieting. And you start all those ones, it didn't change. What then? So these are some of the conflicts, some of the sorts of conflicts in the home. I can easily resolve them by showing good empathy, good understanding for one another and with one another. Okay. So wishing you a blessed day, and wherever you have anything that may cause conflict, please learn to talk it over with each other. God bless you. Thank you.